I hope everybody is good. As I touched on in my application video, I'm not only a new runner, but I recently injured my ankle. So since I last blogged, I have been to a physiotherapist who gave me some exercises to do and some ways to try and keep active. One problem with being injured is kind of the worry of how you stay fit and how you keep on going when you don't have running to do effectively. So I had a few options. One was swimming. I am quite a keen swimmer anyway, so that was no hardship. But what I quite enjoyed and also found funny was pool hopping. So the physio advised that I go into the pool and hop on the bad foot. So yeah, I'm in the swimming pool, hopping up and down doing lengths, getting funny looks from people relaxing in the sauna. But actually it was really helpful because it obviously the pool water takes your body weight and you can hop up and down and put a bit of pressure on the foot without hurting the ankle. So that was kind of good. So I've been doing that. I've been going to RPM spin classes at the gym as well to really try and keep up my cardiovascular fitness. And another thing that I have been doing is a lot of strength and conditioning work so that when I do get back to running, I don't fail on having a weak core or weak glutes or any of those other things. So that I've been keeping up. I've been doing my regular Pilates class and yeah, I've been doing, you know, kind of body pump and things like that in the gym. I can't do lunges. Sad, I know. But yeah, anything else I've been able to do that's been non-impact has really helped, because my fear was that when I fell out of running because of the injury, that my fitness would drop and it would just make it all the harder to get back into it. I've not started running again yet, but I went back to the physio on Monday. We did some extra tests on the injury, did some ultrasound, so that was a new experience, and also did some massage on the area as well. Basically, I've damaged my ligaments, and my understanding from the physio, which has been really interesting actually, go to one anyway, just for fun, he explained that muscles, although they are more painful when you hurt them, they've got a great blood supply, so they tend to heal more quickly, whereas ligaments don't have a great blood flow and therefore take longer to heal. So that, I guess that's part of why I've been having problems. So we did, as I say, some ultrasound and some massage, and I got this very fetching, which I'll try and show you now, blue tape on my ankle. I always wondered what the tape was, so I'd seen runners wearing it often up their calves and things during runs, but didn't know what the deal was with it. But he explained that it gently lifts the skin up a little bit so as to encourage lymphatic drainage and reduce swelling in the area. So that was an interesting discovery as well. So yeah, it's all been learning, all sorts of fascinating facts and things I've discovered over the course of this. So as I say, recommended. And if you do find yourself injured and it's not getting better, I would highly recommend finding a good physio and going to visit them, because I've found this invaluable. And following the tests that we did on my ankle on Monday, yeah, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to start running again really soon, before the end of this week. So I have to ease back in, almost like a kind of couch to 5k beginner would. I have to start off with running for 5 minutes, walking for 5 minutes, other way around, walking first, running, warming up, and keep that up for 30 minutes, 5 minutes of each. So hopefully by the next time I blog, I'll be well back into it, and I'll be running continuously for ever. We'll see. So that's kind of the fitness side of things, and how that has kind of affected, how the injury has affected that. And I mean, I think I've kept it up nicely, and I guess time will tell when I go on my next run. The other thing that I wanted to touch on was the motivation side of things, because it's all very well staying fit, but until you actually do that run again, you just don't know. You don't know if you're going to still be okay at it, and the longer I'm away from it, the more of an issue, I guess, it feels, the idea of coming back to it. So I always find running quite a daunting task. It's not something that comes easily to me by any means. I'm pear-shaped, everything jiggles and thuds when I run, and it's not a comfortable process. But it's something that I kind of made peace with. However, as I say, there's just this niggle that going back to it, that there's going to be a kind of mental block as well. So I've been thinking about what I can do to stay motivated and to really look forward to getting back into that run again. So the first thing was the fitness side of things, assuring myself that I'd done everything that I could to keep fit, and to maintain that cardiovascular fitness and the core strength and other muscle strength, so that I give myself the best chance when I come back to running. And one story actually the physio told me was about a girl who, a very successful runner, who, when she was injured, she started doing pool running, so just going into the water with a floating weight around her waist, and running in the water while floating. And having been out of running for 2 months, I think he said, she then went back to the track and shaved off 10 seconds off her 3,000 metres. So it's pretty amazing what you can do even without the running there. So yeah, the one thing was staying motivated was the fitness side of things. Done some other stuff. Done a real girly thing, which was to buy myself some new running shoes. These are they. Look, there's leopard print in them. I'm a big fan of leopard print. I ran the half marathon in leopard print in May. I'm a complete girl on that front. Let's not lie about it. But I think that's nice because you read things, MPs coming out with statements about how girls don't want to get fit because it's not girly enough. And you think, well, that's nonsense. I mean, of course, when you're out fit, out running or, out cycling, yeah, you get sweaty and you get disgusting, but I kind of think that's part of the fun of it. But, people, there's a girly side to it, and it is leopard print reflective trainers, okay? The great thing about these as well, they're an upgrade from the model that I've got just now, so they're kind of kept aside for when my current ones die, but they've also got a fleecy lining, and they've got what Nike tell me is a hydro shield, which should make them more water resistant, so I expect that they'll be a bit of a winner come winter time. Plus they just look better than my current trainers, which are boring. So yeah, girly thing again there, but if it keeps my motivation up, it's very important. So that's my new running shoes. The other thing I've been doing is reading my running magazines, so I've got Runner's World there, a wee Women's Running, and just reading those is really great because they kind of cover people across the spectrum, from beginners to elite runners. Reading about people going back to the Boston Marathon this year after what happened last year. I've been reading about Mo Farah and his attempt on the London Marathon, but then reading about kind of your average person like me, I guess, who's just decided to take up running but has a bit of a story to tell about it as well. So reading those magazines has been really helpful as well, and has kept me keen for the next run. And the other thing, of course, is this whole blogging experience, because this is kind of crazy. I've never video blogged before. I blog in written form, and that's probably more my forte. Others might beg to differ, but doing this means that I am responsible to the good people of the Edinburgh Marathon now. I've said that I'll do the marathon, I've said that I'll blog about my experience, and I dare say that they'll be looking for that final post after the marathon to be talking about having done it, as opposed to talking about how, I was going to do it, would have been fine. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at just now. So as I say, when it comes time for my next post, hopefully I'll have some progress report for you, and be able to share some great nuggets. But for now, I'm afraid it's all new shoes, magazines, and yeah, the blue tape. All right, see you later.